We're getting through the chapters. Chapter 25.
Where's the phone gun? Wait,
I don't know. Let me see how long this. Please be a short one. Oh my god, this is a long one as well. No, it's not too bad. Go. Hit it. Have you already started? How long have we been recording for?
17 seconds. Go on.
No, because it's a pain.
No, it's okay. Go on.
Chapter 25. The Great Glass Elevator. I've never seen anything like it, cried Mr. Wonka. The children are disappearing like rabbits. But you mustn't worry about it. They'll all come out in the wash. Mr. Wonka looked at the little group that stood beside him in the corridor. There were only 2 children left now. Mike TV and Charlie Bucket. And there were 3 grown-ups. Mr. and Mrs. TV and Grandpa Joe. Shall we move on? Mr. Wonka asked. Oh, yes, cried Charlie and Grandpa Joe, both together. My feet are getting tired, said Mike TV. I want to watch television. If you're tired, then we'd better take the lift, said Mr. Wonka. It's over here. Come on, in we go. He skipped across the passage to a pair of double doors. The door slid open. 2 children and grown-ups went in. Now then, cried Mr. Wonka, which button shall we press first? Take your pick. Charlie Bucket stared around in astonishment. This was the craziest lift he had ever seen. There were buttons everywhere. The walls, even the ceiling, were covered with all over with rows and rows and rows of small black push buttons. There must have been 1,000 of them on each wall and another 1,000 on the ceiling. And now Charlie noticed that every single button had a tiny printed label beside it telling you which room it would be taken to if... Whoa, hang on a minute. Beside it telling you which room you would be taken to if you pressed it. This isn't just an ordinary up and down lift, announced Mr. Wonka proudly. This lift can go sideways, long ways, slant ways, and any other way you can think of. It can visit any single room in the whole factory, no matter where it is. You simply press the button and zing, you're off. Fantastic, murmured Grandpa Joe. His eyes were shining with excitement as he stared at the rows of buttons. The whole lift is made of thick, clear glass, Mr. Wonka declared. Walls, doors, ceiling, floor, everything is made of glass so that you can see out. But there's nothing to see, said Mike TV. Choose a button, said Mr. Wonka. The 2 children may press 1 button each. So take your pick, hurry up. In every room, something delicious and wonderful is being made. Quickly, Charlie started reading some of the labels alongside the buttons. The Rock Candy Mine. 10,000 feet deep, it said on one. Coconut icing skate rinks, it said on another. Then, strawberry juice water pistols. Toffee apple trees for planting out in your garden, all sizes. Exploding sweets for your enemies. Luminous lollies for eating in bed at night. Mint jubes for the boy next door. They'll give him green teeth for a month. Cavity-filling caramels. No more dentists. Stick jaw for talkative parents. Wriggly sweets that wriggle delightfully in your tummy after swallowing. Invisible chocolate bars for eating in class. I like the sound of them. Sugar-coated pencils for sucking. Fizzy lemonade swimming pools. Magic hand fudge. When you hold it in your hand, you taste it in your mouth. Rainbow drops. Suck them and you can spit in 6 different colours. Come on, cried Mr. Wonka. We can't wait all day. Isn't there a television room in all this lot? asked Mike TV. Certainly there's a television room, Mr. Wonka said. That button over there. He pointed with his finger. Everybody looked. Television chocolate, it said on a tiny label beside the button. Whoopee! Shouted Mike TV. That's for me! And he stuck out his thumb and he pressed the button. Instantly there was a tremendous whizzing noise. The doors clanged shut. The lift leaped away as though it had been stung by a wasp. But it leapt sideways. And all the passengers, except Mr. Wonka, who was holding onto a strap from the ceiling, were flung off their feet onto the floor. Get up, cried Mr. Wonka, roaring with laughter. But just as they were staggering to their feet, the lift changed direction and swerved violently round a corner, and over they went once again. Help! Shouted Mrs. TV. Take my hand, madam, said Mr. Wonka gallantly. There you are. Now grab this strap. Everybody grab a strap. The journey's not over yet. Old Grandpa Joe staggered to his feet and caught hold of a strap. Little Charlie who couldn't possibly reach as high as that, put his arms around Grandpa Joe's legs and hung on tight. The lift rushed on at the speed of a rocket. Now it was beginning to climb. It was shooting up and up on a steep, slanty course, as if it were climbing up a very steep hill. Then suddenly, as I had come to the top of a hill and gone over a precipice, it dropped like a stone, and Charlie felt his tummy coming right up into his throat. And Grandpa Joe shouted, "Yippee! Here we go!" And Mrs. TV cried out, "The rope has broken. We're going to crash." And Mr. Wonka said, "Calm yourself, my dear lady," and patted her comfortingly on the arm. And then Grandpa Joe looked down at Charlie, who was clinging to his legs, and he said, "Are you all right, Charlie?" Charlie shouted, "I love it. It's like being on a roller coaster." And through the glass walls of the lift, as it rushed along, they caught sudden glimpses of strange and wonderful things going on in some of the other rooms. An enormous spout with brown sticky stuff oozing out of it on the floor.
Daddy,
As it ran out.
we've only got a few more seconds left.
Oh, well, we'll video another bit in a minute and we'll carry on.
Okay. Make sure to not miss out on a little bit next chapter. We'll see you soon. Bye.